Good afternoon. You are looking live at the Super Mario Land 2 Randomizer League match. Today's racers are LaurieD and RaveTuba. I'm DM Stewart 1981.
I'm ODR.
How are we doing today?
Pretty well. I'm very excited for this match today.
As am I. RaveTuba's just picking up his seed. So
Yeah,
I suppose
Yep,
for a first time viewer, it might be easier to explain what isn't randomized than what is randomized.
It's an interesting concept to introduce this. I would have trouble going about it that way. But if you want, please go ahead.
Well, go ahead, because I'm still
Yeah.
learning. I'm still learning this particular randomizer myself.
It's actually, in this case, it's probably easier to say what is randomized. You can think of levels in 3 categories: levels with 1 exit, levels with 2 exits, and boss levels. Each of those are randomized within each other. And apart from that, all the power-ups you can find in the levels are randomized. All the enemies inside a level are randomized. They still have the same spawn points, but they can be just other enemies from the same level. Music can be randomized, as well as the physics and whether a level is an autoscroller or not. And bosses are also randomized. So if you encounter a boss level, it is not guaranteed that you encounter the boss from that level from the vanilla game.
So if I understand that correctly, I could do I could be in Tree Zone. I could go enter the Tree Zone boss level, have it be the Mario Zone level, and fight the Space Zone boss?
Exactly. That's what can and will happen. As a little quirk still with the randomizer, at the end of the boss fight, after the boss fight, you can see that little golden coin drop into its slot. And that can be confusing for trackers and viewers sometimes. It will count as the coin which the zone was played for, but you will see after the boss the coin for the actual level that you just played. So if you go to Tree Zone first, find the space boss level, and beat it, you will see the space coin dropping in. But after the cutscene, the game will consider it the tree coin, just to point that out.
Okay.
Our 2 runners seem to be on different seats. I'm just seeing.
That would be a problem.
Indeed, it would. Who is on the right seat here? Neither of them. That's interesting. The seat I'm seeing in the IRC channel is completely different from both seats we see on screen. What happened there? We will figure that out shortly.
That appears to be a known bug.
It used to be, but it's supposed to be fixed. Let me check that myself. And that is something for /infinity to fix. I mean, it's working for me. Maybe it is browser sensitive.
Well, okay then. We'll make sure that we've got the right seed here.
I'm gonna go ahead real quick and create the ROM for them. Oh, it gave me a different one this time as well. Well, okay. It's definitely bugged then, but we are gonna use this one.
When randomizers attack.
So in the meantime, we can talk about the format of this league. So this is a ongoing league, meaning there will be matches each week. 4 of them in total. Are we still at 4? It says 3 now, okay. 3. And we are in round 2. Both of our runners tonight have won their first matches. So this one's gonna decide who stays in the lead of this league. There are a few others that can catch up to them. Tomorrow, that is.
Now, is the pairing done with Swiss style?
Exactly. It's a Swiss tournament format. And that means that the winners of the previous round will be matched against each other, or, well, in general, people with the same records are more likely to face each other. So that I think it's a pretty fair format. I like it so far. And it makes for good matchups in the last round.
Yes, it does.
Okay, it looks like we are off. And we can indeed see that both runners are on the same seed.
Yes. And
Very important.
This is...
This is one of the Pumpkin Zone specials. It's Pumpkin Zone Special 1, which you encounter if you take the secret exit of Pumpkin Zone number 2. And it's, as you can see, it's or could see, it's already over. It's a very short level.
Okay, both runners head to Tree Zone. And I do not recognize this level immediately.
It's the other secret level in Pumpkin Zone. It's Pumpkin Secret 2. Which is not an easy level. But since they both found the bunny ears...
And this is Macro 1?
Exactly.
Is it?
Very good. Yes, it is. It's our first level with 2 exits.
It's been a few years since I've played 6 Golden Coins.
Yeah, I think you're gonna do well. It's a memorable game, I think. So yeah, we talked about the 2 exits dilemma before. Well, not in detail. So what the runners have to do here is they have to find the normal exit, or which counts as the normal exit. Because that is the only one that actually progresses them in the zone. The other one is a dead end. And they don't know which exit leads to where. And in this level in particular, you need a specific power-up, the Fire Flower, which both of our runners got, to clear those 2 blocks there, to get into the pipe and reach the normally secret exit.
And that is the exit to move on.
Exactly. Now, both runners choosing different sides there. You have the choice between left and right on the tree. Both levels lead to the boss level, but one can be easier than the other. On RaveTuba's side, we see what is normally Tree Zone 4, the left level, and Laurie encounters the normal secret level of the Tree Zone. And you just saw it on the right, that level is way shorter, so RaveTuba pulled ahead here.
RaveTuba gets the Mario Zone boss level.
He's gonna be looking for a Fire Flower here. Ah, he got hit there. And simply because 5 out of 6 boss fights get much faster with the Fire Flower. He doesn't find one though, so the boss fight will be difficult for him. Or at least slow. Not necessarily difficult, but slow.
As I recall, I don't recall any of the bosses in this level being terribly difficult, and it's the Macro Zone boss.
Exactly. If you know what to do, you can one-cycle that boss every single time.
Which RaveTuba does.
Exactly. What you have to do there, if you cannot shoot the mouse, you have to jump onto it without holding the jump button. And that gives you the exact right jump height to stun lock it. And you see on Laurie's side, well, perfectly. Perfect for explaining it. Laurie actually holds the jump button, doesn't know about that mechanic. And that makes you jump off way too high, so the boss will get out of his iframes and just move on with his cycle.
And RaveTuba heads into, that's one of the tree zones. Tree 2, according to our restreamer Ryusation.
Yes, that is correct. It's our second level with 2 exits. It's the gateway to Space Zone. So what is normally in the Hippo level location, the secret exit will... I think it's what is counted as the secret exit in the code, is what gets you to Space Zone. The other one will just throw you out next to Macro Zone.
Yes.
And having the bunny ears in this level is generally good to check the secret exit, which RaveTuba does not, and it's the right decision.
And he is in, this is... Macro? No.
No, it's spooky. It's a Pumpkin Zone level.
Pumpkin Zone, yes.
It's Pumpkin Zone 3. It's another level with 2 exits. And here he also needs the bunny ears to check the secret exit, which I would assume he will do. If he doesn't lose them. Simply because if you don't have them, you cannot check that exit, so you should do it as long as you have them.
And LaurieD gets into Turtle 2, I think.
Yes, that is correct. I think Laurie took the wrong exit. I was looking at the right screen,
Yes,
but
Laurie took
went to Macro Zone.
Laurie took what was thought to be the secret exit.
Yeah.
And RaveTuba took what was the bunny ears exit. There was the secret exit that goes over to the secret zone.
Exactly. And what he did there is he soft reset when he saw he was in the wrong place to just quickly start over, because he has to play this level again. He knew there was a power-up in here, so that's the quickest way to do it. Quick soft reset, restart. On Laurie's side, this is usually the most treacherous level, especially when you have to get the secret exit, because it's usually a very hard secret exit to get to, because you have to go through a very small hallway with lots of enemies, lovingly called the Gauntlet by us. The thing right now in the seat is, though, that in Macro Zone 1, it doesn't really matter which exit you get. There's no dead end here. You just have to go, if you get the bad outcome, you have to go a longer way and play one more level, but you can still progress.
And let's see which way. That is the favorable way to go.
Seems like it, yes.
And Laurie's gotten Space Zone 1.
Almost. It's the special level that you reach through Space Zone 1. It's also a very short level, very trivial. You just have to walk around at the bottom.
But that gives us the opportunity, and RaveTuba is fighting the Space Zone boss in Space Zone.
Is this even randomized? Oh, perfect luck there for Laurie, having the bunny ears coming into this boss level. Because there's a bottomless pit at the bottom. Well, yeah, where else?
And
right
it
here.
is the Tree Zone boss level.
That is correct. Yeah, as Beast Frisian in chat there says, Laurie took the longer exit. Like, it takes substantially more time to reach the far exit in the submarine compared to the, although more difficult but shorter exit to the secret level.
And Laurie to fight the three little pigs.
Yeah, it's... Not having the Fire Flower here makes this fight substantially longer. And sometimes also a bit scary, but Laurie handles the piggies really well so far. And one more hit. There she goes. Very good fight. And you can see on RaveTuba's side, he goes to the secret exit first. You can see how difficult this can be.
Yes, this hallway is a bit challenging.
Yeah. He had the opportunity to reach this gauntlet having bunny ears, though, which makes it substantially easier because you can just abuse the iframes of Mario and, well, not really damage boost, but you can just run through or swim through the enemies there.
And LaurieD gonna head back into to get the other exit out of the Hippode level.
Yeah, let's hope Laurie has good memory. We've seen runners before going to the wrong exit twice. But yeah, on RaveTuba's side, we can see that the quicker secret exit still results... Oh, what is Rave doing? Still results in a way longer time, because the levels he encounters are very long. The one he just played is one of the longer ones, and this one is an auto-scroller, which, well, in itself is a slow level.
We all hate auto-scrollers.
They can make certain things interesting, but if you encounter too many of them, it's really annoying. Especially Rave knows he made a decision, and he's probably thinking at this point, should have chosen the other exit.
Meanwhile, LaurieD heading through one of the pumpkin zone level. That is Space Zone 1.
Exactly. So we already know that the normal exit is the right one here to choose. But having the bunny ears here, I'm 99% certain Laurie's gonna go up first. Yeah. It's just playing the odds. It's the right choice. It's just unlucky that it's not the right choice.
Well, when you play the odds, sometimes you end up with the wrong. You end up getting the wrong choice.
Yeah, can always get unlucky. It's just randomizer is just like real life.
But it doesn't change that it's. It doesn't change that it's the right choice. From a statistical standpoint, though.
Exactly. You can argue comfortably why you took that choice. Oh, RaveTuba's trying to do fancy things and quick killing the piggies, which, well, puts him in a slightly bad place here. He has to be very careful now. Handles it well, though.
And that's 3 coins for RaveTuba.
Laurie not too far behind, though. So far the difference is that Laurie took one more wrong exit. However, Rave had to play one more level, and that was a way slower level. So it's still pretty close, at least.
Rave heads into Pumpkin Zone. Gets a macro zone level.
Yeah, this is macro zone number 2. It's a level well, if you just speedrun, for example, the like most popular category glitchless, you don't go to this level. That's why most runners coming from the speedrun community have trouble with this level. And an interesting thing about the Pumpkin Zone is that it can be an equalizer, because there are 2 levels with secret exits here. So if one runner chooses right twice and the other one is unlucky, that can turn things around very quickly.
RaveTuba getting a fire flower.
Exactly. Seems to know where the power-ups are.
Which is a very helpful thing to know.
Oh yes. I mean, I've been speedrunning this game for almost 4 years now, and through this randomizer, I discovered so many quote-unquote new power-ups. It's amazing.
And RaveTuba, this pumpkin zone is the hippo level.
Yes, it's not too difficult in the sense that it's not difficult to reach the end. So having to go through this level twice is not the worst thing, because it doesn't require a particular power-up. Chooses the upper exit, which leads him to the next level. Good choice.
Which is Space Zone 1.
Yep.
Hippo level leads to a Space Zone 1 level? Is this even randomized?
And it seems to have the vanilla physics as well. Have we seen any physics randomization yet? Can't recall any.
I can't recall seeing any. Let's see if Laurie makes the same decision. It looks like she is.
It's usually usually you just choose the upper one first, because you're up already, and it seems faster. It's closer to your path. Ooh.
And RaveTuba makes 2 right decisions, and then gets Turtle Zone boss level as an auto-scroller.
This is not an easy one as an auto-scroller. At least to get through unscathed. Because there are usually enemies in weird places here. They're always in places where they hit you. And there are those bonefish, which you cannot hurt unless you have a Starman, which Rave has just now. But they can be a bit tricky to avoid sometimes.
I think it's a good call that he picks up the midpoint bell.
Yes, certainly. If you have the chance, especially.
Laurie chose the lower exit instead of the upper exit.
Oh yeah, especially in auto-scrollers, you just want to take the checkpoints. It's a big time loss if you die for whatever reason and have to redo the whole level as an auto-scroller. Ah, careful there, Rave. Don't want to get squished at the left of the screen.
Yeah, that's never a good thing. It usually involves, or results in death.
Exactly. Not preferable. So he held on to this fire flower here, Rave. It doesn't really help him on this boss fight. The witch is the only boss that is fastest without shooting it. Or her. If you would shoot her, she would disappear after each of your... Oh, Laurie taking a death there. Unfortunate also before the save point. But yeah, the witch would disappear after each single shot, and shots take half head stomps, if that makes any sense. So you have to hit enemies with shots 6 times, and stomp on their head 3 times to kill them. And since the witch disappears after each hit, either of those, it's much faster to just jump on her.
And RaveTuba taking, this is Tree Zone number 1, I believe.
Yes.
As the first as his first level in Mario Zone.
We can take a break now from having to choose exits here, because in Mario Zone there is no secret exit. Oh, Laurie. Laurie has trouble with this level, it seems.
I noticed neither runner is getting the bell, is doing the bell at the goals. That's presumably to save time.
It is to save time. There are certain situations where you would choose the bell, like if you anticipate a certain level, or if you are looking for a certain power-up. The bonus games, there are two different bonus games, that crane game and like a hot wire game. And they are tied to the particular levels. So if you are in a level, if you have remembered it, you already know which bonus game you will encounter at the end. And the crane game can be manipulated. It's a consistent outcome, it's not randomized at all. So you always, if you execute it well, you always end up with the power-up you want. So that can be a tactical choice to go there.
And Laurie D into auto-scrolling whale.
Yeah, already without any power-up. What was in this block? Was there something good? Well, at least it's nothing bad. The star grants at least just survival for the next couple of seconds. Careful now.
RaveTuba through Mario's mouth zone into the boss level, space zone boss level as an auto scroller.
And it seems like it has moon physics because he's not floating completely to the top, which is not trivial because with non-space physics, like either normal physics or the moon physics he seems to have here, you have to take damage. There are pillars of those angry stars that you just cannot hop over or float over. So he has to keep the power-ups until he reaches those points. Okay, let's see if Laurie can grab the bell this time. Yes, that's progress. And with that fire flower there, Laurie should be good now. You can see one of those big pillars here on Rave's side. He handled that well. Like on each side of those blocks you have, I believe, 4 pixels where you can stand without the star hitting you. And they have to land first and then do a high jump over that star pillar. Can sometimes be tricky. And here RaveTuba uses the level's mechanics, lets himself get pushed through that gap.
That is definitely the smart way to do it.
Yes, it is, because he has to take damage one more time. Right here, he has to delay it though, because he has to take damage. Like, otherwise he would have to take damage twice, but he's good now. And now he can get himself, he can let himself get pushed through again. That was exactly how you have to play this level. And on the left side we see Laurie finishing the witch fight.
And RaveTuba gets a whale boss, or octopus boss, rather.
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit awkward to fight with these different physics. Because swimming with space physics is a bit different than normal swimming. Gives you a bit more elevation. Alright, so RaveTuba is exactly 1 zone ahead now. That doesn't necessarily have to mean that this is decided, because we can always encounter a big roadblock for one of the runners, which could still also be the castle. We don't know what will await our runners in the castle yet. Because if we encounter moon physics in the castle, it's always difficult for anyone.
And Turtle Zone 1 is this Mario Zone 1?
It's Mario Zone number 3. So we see that Laurie chose to go to this zone as well before going to Mario Zone. So it at least looks like we have a better comparison now how each other's well, fares against the other one. It's not a trivial level. There one more place awaits where you have to have some game knowledge, I guess, because you jumping off platforms is very strange with moon physics. You don't get the full jump height of a platform, and right here, that also counts for the bullet bills. You cannot get that jump, which Laurie doesn't seem to know. It looks like Rave doesn't know it either. So they will be stuck here for a bit. Let's see when they figure out what they have to do. Yeah, Laurie figured it out. That's exactly how you have to do it. No, ooh. That was very close. She got a strange mid-air jump. I don't exactly know how that worked out. And Rave takes a dab. So that's exactly what I meant. One player might have trouble with just a particular level and could get stuck here.
And Laurie gets pumpkin... one of the pumpkin zones.
That is correct. It's pumpkin number 2. Our last level with a secret exit. And it's one of the levels that is not... well, where the secret exit is just inconvenient to reach, in a way. You have to take damage at some point, and it's slow, you have to swim for a bit. So Laurie is probably gonna go for the normal exit first, just because it's faster. And less troublesome.
And RaveTuba finds his way out.
Yeah, he figured it out.
And takes a death right at the beginning of the next level.
Oh, there we see the bonus game. Laurie didn't necessarily want to go into this bonus game. Does it anyway. No harm done, except for 5 seconds lost.
And Laurie heads into, this is Pumpkin Boss Zone.
Yep. And which boss haven't we seen yet?
Oh, well, we've seen Octopus, we've seen Space, we haven't seen Mario Zone boss.
We have seen the piggies. We have seen them. The bird. Oh. Let me quickly refresh here.
Tree Zone. We haven't
There's
seen
the
Tree
bird.
Zone boss.
Yes. Usually you also want to have the Fire Flower here to make this fight trivially fast, but even without the Fire Flower, I think the developers also thought that would be the first boss players would encounter. So it's a very easy pattern, and it's easy to figure out.
Rave losing a little bit of time, going the wrong, taking the wrong exit.
Yeah, he does have some trouble in this zone. Gives Laurie some time to catch up. I think it's gonna come down to what kind of castle we get. Sometimes the castle isn't much more difficult than vanilla, which is already quite difficult. But sometimes, as I said, for example with moon physics, it can just put you in situations that you just don't expect and need some time to figure out. Perfect power up there for Laurie. You really want the carrot for this level, so you don't have to swim through all of it.
Meanwhile, RaveTuba into the bird boss fight.
Yeah, makes very quick work of it. That's the second fastest way to kill that boss, when you don't have the fire flower. And there we see the gate opening for Rave. He will be going to the castle momentarily. Yeah, Beast Frisian in chat mentions it. that particular block in Turtle Zone 1 seems to have a high chance of being a carrot for some reason. It's randomized. We know that for certain, but yeah, just those things that seem to be more or less random than other things. We'll see that.
It looks like the castle has space physics.
Yeah, I think that might seal the deal for this race, because that makes the level trivially easy. All the pits and the moving platforms and all those bad things you can encounter are completely out of the play right now. You can just float over everything. However, it's not only easy, because the enemies, like the faces you encounter right before Wario and Wario itself, they are a bit awkward with different physics. So this is not over yet. Also interesting to see here. It's like one of those very intricate mechanics. For some reason, having space physics or moon physics, it is actually faster to walk on the ground if you're moving right. And it's faster to float if you're moving left, if you want to optimize it.
That's a little odd.
Yeah, it is. But at this point, Rave doesn't care for that at all.
I cannot blame him for taking the safest possible route.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice he had 99 kills there. That is a very good setup. So he tried to get to 99 kills before reaching the castle, so he gets that invincibility star, which you are awarded with for your 100th kill. And that makes the phase room 2 and 3 just that much quicker, especially with this kind of physics. Yeah, he seems to handle the Wario fight really well. In the meantime, Laurie encounters her last boss here. And defeats the octopus.
Wario Part 2 taken care of.
One more phase he has to deal with.
But again, space physics makes that not trivial, but much easier.
It actually makes it harder compared to the normal strats. You saw how careful he acted there, but he, with only one power-up left, he made it through and wins this match.
And that's gonna do it for this. That should do it for this race. RaveTuba, the winner.
Exactly. Finishes in an official SRL time of 35:25. That's a pretty good time. Everything in the mid-30s, mid-low 30s is a really good time.
Meanwhile, Laurie just finishing up, heading through Wario's castle herself.
Yeah, I think Laurie is pleased to see these physics, at least for the first part of the castle. Laurie is still comparably new to Super Mario Land 2. She picked up the game solely for this Randomizer League. Had no prior speedrun history or anything. Probably played the game as a kid, like 11 million kids in the world.
Like most of us did.
Yeah. But yeah, she has made good progress in, well, becoming a really good randomizer player already. And as we can see, she's not even that far behind.
And our restreamer, if you've enjoyed this race, give these two runners a follow.
Definitely.
And also, one of our hard-working restreamers, Reusation. And, of course, Oh Dear, for bailing me out some on commentary.
Well, and of course, DM Stewart as well. Now we covered everyone. If you want, you can also follow random people you see in chat. Everyone likes a follow every now and then.
Yes, our restreamer pointing out that in her last league race, Laurie D had the space physics in Mario's castle.
Mm.
And Laurie D heading into the Wario fight.
Got rid of her first power-up a bit early, but handles it well. And we have... well, we almost have RaveTuba here.
Oh, just a little bit of it. Just in spirit.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
It was an interesting scene. On the easy side, but quite interesting. But thank you very much.
Yeah, it didn't take you too long, and you were somewhat lucky with your secret exit as well.
Mm-hmm. In the beginning, yeah. And in Pumpkin.
Yeah. So.
But I think 3 of the bosses I did as small Mario. Or at least halfway through the boss, I lost all my power-ups, which I was a bit scared about.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
handled them well in the end.
Oh, and that turtle one. What was it? That it stayed in my mind that I wanted to talk about it later, but I forgot what it was. Oh, it was Mario 2 or Mario 2 with like moon physics.
Yeah.
Not sure, but it was interesting. I died like twice, I think. The turtle
so-
1 level, which was Mario 2 with moon physics.
Yeah.
And welcome to LaurieDBunnykins.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool.
GG.
GG.
Thank you. That's my first sub 40.
I was about to say that is a good time for you.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Congrats.
yeah, I'm really glad with my performance so far. Because like I managed to pull off a victory in round 1, and then like I didn't expect to go into a race with Rave at my skill level and take the victory. So I'm just really glad with the way I played. Because I can only think of a few levels that were a problem. I think my correct guesses on the secret exits was like 4-7. I got correct, so except for a few levels, I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, we can. It's safe to say that secret levels, secret exits did not decide this one. You both got like a comparable success ratio.
I was ready to lose this run. I wouldn't take anyone for granted when it comes to random.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say that I never go with an expectation that I'll win. So
Yeah, I was saying like
It's
at the end of the
heavy.
race when you collected your last coin, no, your 5th coin. Laurie just collected her 4th coin, and I was saying at that point, you can still always encounter that one level that gives you trouble, and that could have been that Mario Zone 3 level, which
yes,
could have held you up even longer. Can always happen.
I will say, I
Yeah.
want to say it was Laurie took the Macro Zone 1, the first Macro Zone level, took the correct choice, made the correct choice, and had the short path to the boss. And the other runner, I don't remember if it was Laurie D or Rave,
I
So it
remember
got-
it was me.
got the short.
I went through the gauntlet on Macro 1 and I ended up going long, and the second level was an auto-scroller, so I was scared.
I get into this mindset. I used to want to go to the gauntlet immediately because I think it could end up. I don't know the exact times, but sometimes it feels faster.
It is faster by, like, if you play it really well, the gauntlet is faster by almost 40 seconds.
Yeah,
So that's
I
substantial.
I used to like to do that no matter what, but now if I'm able to get through up to where the gauntlet entrance is and still have power-ups, I just like to go the normal way.
And actually, in this, the macro special is the non-wrong exit, so I actually considered going straight to the end, but since I had the Bunny Mario, I just took the gauntlet.
I don't remember what the secret level was.
It was a fast one.
Yeah, it was a good level.
I don't remember. It was fast. I think it was the tree zone secret level.
Oh yeah.
Lots
I
of
think it
turtles.
was.
And talking about fast, that tree zone. I was 1 minute and a half ahead of my fastest rando run when I exited tree zone. It was really fast.
A reminder to you kids out there that don't use splits, at least not level splits for randomizers.
I do coin splits because I'm weird.
Well, no, that seems to me the way to do it is to split by coins.
Yeah, I know, but with randomizer, there's so much inconsistency that you, like, splitting is just kind of weird. It doesn't really show too much.
I just have one split and that's it.
I just like the statistics and then the numbers that show up.
You want to see that sum of best being under 20 minutes.
Yep, my sum of best is 14 minutes and 55 seconds, which is impossible.
33.
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna look what we have. I know what we have next for SML2 Randomizer. We have 3 matches tomorrow. The first one is a double duel, whatever you want to call it, at 4 p.m. Eastern. Will be on Randomania 3. We have Liam Piper versus Typo, and at the same time, on the same channel, so you will see it as a 4-way race. Beast Frisian versus the Squirrel. And 2 hours later tomorrow, on this channel, Randomania, we will have Late Learner versus... Oh dear, that's me. At 6 p.m. Eastern. Commentated by LaurieDBunnykins.
Hey, that's me.
Woohoo!
Coming up next tonight on the Randomania networks, we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer weekly race.
I'm commenting that as well.
That is also going to be very interesting and entertaining.
And I feel like we should have. We always say, and I hope I'm right in saying that the method of this league allows anyone to join midway. So even though we talk about the next upcoming runs, if someone joins, that's still possible, right?
For the next league.
Oh, for
There's
the next
several
one.
seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, the second seasons. Okay, so I was incorrect.
It would be in about 3 weeks, so it's almost instant.
We're currently in
No.
the second of, I believe, 4 rounds in this season.
I think it's back to 3 rounds, if I saw that correctly on Challenge, but I'm not sure yet.
Oh, my laptop's not charging this whole time.
So we will see. We will figure it out.
Now
So yeah,
that
seasons are short. Just join whenever.
that 4-way race with Liam Piper, Typo, Beast Frisian, and the Squirrel, are both races going to be running on the same seed?
Yes, that is correct. That's how we will handle that.
But it will still be 1 versus 1, just
Yes.
in pairs.
Double. But yeah, it would be very confusing if we have 2 different seeds on that. So I think it's the smartest way to handle it like that.
And it's fair, I'm sure.
All right. I think that's it from us.
That's all from me.
And for me.
GG to the runners again.
Thank you.
Wonderful job, runners. If you've enjoyed this race, give them a follow. Give Reusation, our restreamer, a follow. Give O'Deer a follow, my co-commentator,
And of course, DM Stewart, 1981.
Thank you, everyone. for
Who
making
jumped in
this possible.
today on very short notice. So props to you. Thanks a lot
Well,
for
thanks.
helping out.
Thanks. It's always fun to get to do commentary on these.